In this video, I'll be walking you through everything you need to know about Kaiser Permanente plans through Covered California for individuals and families. I'll break it down in plain English, no jargon that you have to Google. So by the end of the video, you'll be able to understand how Kaiser works, what advantages and limitations it has, and whether it might be a good fit for you. I'm Sebastian. Every day I help people sort out their health insurance. I've seen how confusing things can feel when all of the plans on Covered California look similar on paper. My goal today is just to make Kaiser super clear so that you can make a confident decision. So how does Kaiser work? Well, Kaiser is an integrated HMO system, which means that Kaiser is both the healthcare provider and also the insurance company. Right? The Kaiser doctors are Kaiser employees, the hospitals are owned by Kaiser, and most of the services will happen inside of Kaiser facilities. And because of that structure, things like medical records, lab work, specialist referrals, pharmacy, imaging, Kaiser handles all of it inside of a unified system, which tends to simplify the process. Right? Kaiser works by contracting everyone into its network. I mean, if you're with Kaiser, you're going to see Kaiser doctors at Kaiser clinics or hospitals. If something isn't done inside of Kaiser's network, you usually won't have coverage for it except in true emergencies. And one thing that a lot of people don't realize is that plans through Covered California have standardized benefits. So if you pick a bronze, silver, gold, or platinum plan, the copays, deductibles, and out-of-pocket maximums are all set by the state. So what really varies by carrier, aside from the premiums, is mostly the network. So when you choose Kaiser, you are really choosing the network, facilities, doctors, and how much control the system has over your care. Now, before I do go into some of the advantages of Kaiser, I do want to point something out, and it's that Kaiser tends to be a love it or hate it experience, right? Some people swear by it, but a lot of people also don't like it. So what I'm going to share with you today is how the system is supposed to work and how it's designed to work, but just keep in mind that mistakes and exceptions can happen. Now, because Kaiser runs both the medical side and the insurance, there can be several strong benefits to that. First off, cost control tends to be better, right? Kaiser often has lower monthly premiums and lower out-of-pocket costs compared to other carriers that offer broader networks or PPO plans. And that's because care is managed inside of their system, and they're able to coordinate services to avoid duplication and waste. Secondly, care is coordinated, right? Your primary doctor, your specialist, labs, imaging, and pharmacy, they all share records inside of the same system. And that means fewer surprises, faster communication, and often fewer delays when they need to send information back and forth. Third, preventive care tends to be emphasized with Kaiser. I mean, your annual checkups, immunizations, screenings, etc. And that's because Kaiser has incentives to keep people healthy and avoid expensive emergencies. And fourth, Kaiser offers tools and conveniences like telehealth, digital record access, in-house pharmacy refills, online portals for appointments, and those things can really often make a big difference for families juggling everything. And by the way, if you're not sure which Covered California plan is right for you, I'd be happy to personally assist you. Just click the first link in the description and book your free call. Now, because Kaiser is an HMO, flexibility will be limited. If your preferred doctor or specialist is not inside of Kaiser's network, you're not going to be able to get coverage with Kaiser unless you're willing to pay out of pockets. But if it is an emergency and you are outside of Kaiser, it will be covered. Also, referrals are often required if a specialist visit is needed. Your primary care doctor has to approve it, and sometimes that process takes time, which can frustrate people who want that direct access to a specialist. Now, another limitation can be the geography, right? Kaiser has many facilities across California, but in more rural and remote areas, there might be fewer Kaiser hospitals or clinics. So travel time, appointment availability, and wait times can really depend on how close you are to a Kaiser center. Also, some plan features might feel a bit rigid since Kaiser manages both sides of care. Certain treatments or specialist services might require prior authorization. Most likely it will. So if you expect cutting edge or highly specialized care, or you want freedom to pick any specialist or expert, you might feel a bit restricted. Now, what about Kaiser premiums? So since Covered California sets the benefit levels like deductibles, copays, etc., The premium differences often come from how big the network is, right? How many Kaiser facilities are nearby, how many people enroll, and how much the insurance company can spread the costs. Now, Kaiser tends to offer relatively lower premiums in many areas, particularly where Kaiser clinics and hospitals are prevalent. I mean, if there's a Kaiser facility close by to you, you often get more value. Now, if Kaiser has many members in your area, that helps spread the costs. But if you live somewhere with fewer Kaiser facilities, premiums or convenience may suffer. Now let's go over who Kaiser works best for. So Kaiser is often a good choice for people who want simplicity, predictability, and coordinated care. Now if you live near a Kaiser facility, you'll likely find it pretty convenient. I mean, daily life becomes smoother. Doctor visits, lab work, pharmacy visits are all under the same roof or system. It's especially good for families who want strong preventive care and for people who don't have a specific external specialist that they want to see. Now it's also great if you don't mind letting your primary doctor coordinate your care, get referrals, and really just follow a streamlined care path, right? Because that is how Kaiser keeps things efficient. And now we'll go over who might find Kaiser less ideal. Now, if you have strong preferences for certain specialists who don't work with Kaiser, that may be frustrating, right? If you want the flexibility to pick any doctor or any hospital outside of one system, or wants a broader network of doctors and hospitals with like a PPO or an HMO, Kaiser won't be able to give you that. If you travel frequently or spend a lot of time outside of Kaiser's service areas, you may find yourself just paying out of pocket for those non-emergency situations. Also, the wait times for some specialties can be longer depending on demand and how many Kaiser members are in your area. And sometimes to get a referral approved or to see a specialist, you might have to wait more than with broader networks. And here's what you want to check when you're thinking about Kaiser. First off, check where the Kaiser facilities are in your zip code. I mean, how far is the nearest Kaiser clinic? Does Kaiser have hospitals nearby? Check whether your preferred doctors or specialists are inside of Kaiser's network. And if you already have doctors you like, verify that they're within the Kaiser's network. Now look at the premium cost versus what you'll likely use, like your routine care, prescriptions, specialist visits. And if you're generally healthy and mostly need checkups, Kaiser might save you money. But if you do expect to need specialists regularly, the inflexibility might cost more in time and effort. And then you're going to want to estimate your out-of-pocket worst case scenario. I mean, how much you pay before Kaiser covers the rest. I mean, use the tools Covered California and Kaiser provide to compare plan options, doctor networks, and costs. And final thoughts, Kaiser is a powerful choice for many families. It offers a streamlined, centralized approach to healthcare. I mean, when it works efficiently, right? Fewer surprises, fewer billing issues, stronger coordination of care, and often affordable premiums in areas where, Kaiser is well represented. And at the same time, that structure means less flexibility. I mean, if access to many different specialists or outside hospitals is a must for you, that trade-off is important to recognize. And again, if you're still unsure whether Kaiser is the right plan for you and your family, I'd be happy to help. Just click the first link in the description and book your free call.